One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Oh boy. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, jeez. You drink a Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings.
What should we do?
Well, nothing. Come back to Earth and we'll shoot the whole thing in a studio.
Okay.
Shalom, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. I give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to all you sincere brothers pushing his word across the four corners of the earth. And this lesson is entitled, Everything We Were Taught Here in America Was a Lie. Moon Landing Hoax. And as of July the 20th, this was the 50th anniversary of the moon landing, of the so-called moon landing. And you see the so-called white men who are the biblical Edomites, they've been broadcasting it all over their news stations as if it was a great achievement from them. But in actuality, it was a lie, a hoax. So things are being brought out on this so-called white man. And before this video started, you saw a Red Bull commercial of two so-called astronauts out there on the moon walking. And the guy says, well, we'll shoot it in the studio, meaning that Hollywood studio, because everything here in America, as far as when it comes from a Hollywood celebrity death that was found dead, or these different mass shootings, everything is staged here in America. You know, the lies that we were taught in history throughout our classes, all that was lies, and we learned from our oppressor. So of course he's gonna lie and try to benefit himself, look like he's the great one, and the ones like of our people and the other nations are beneath him. So this is Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? And Esau is the biblical identity of these so-called Caucasians today. And how are things searched out? By the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This so-called white man is on his last inkling of rulership, and things are being brought out on him more and more each day that goes by. Because each day that goes by is a step closer for the kingdom of heaven, which meaning it's going to be ruled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and all other nations going to be under subjection under them and also under us as the Israelites. So things are being brought out now on Esau because he's at the last of his empire as far as ruling on this planet Earth. And just to link that up, this is Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the light is talking about the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is risen upon thee, is risen upon the elect of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the ones that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua deem as the first fruits. So it's risen upon thee, meaning that we, Lord willing, we are part of the hopeful elect. We have that understanding. We can see past the lies, the falsehoods, the wickedness, the fabrications of this so-called white man. And just coming up through school and throughout all our lives, we was taught their way of understanding things. They never gave us that type of mentality to go search things out for yourself, you know, because we were just taught their curriculum. And one thing in particular, when I was coming up in school, hence the dark ages, they used to tell us that it wasn't no sunlight out on the earth at that time frame. But come to find out, there was so-called Negroes or dark-skinned people that was actually ruling Europe at that time frame, which were our people, our forefathers. So of course, that would be something they want to hide from the children, because something like that, knowing that, that would build more confidence in our people. You'd be thinking like, okay, man, we was kings, you know, we was rulers, you know, because just the oppressor's curriculum that we're learning from. So of course he don't want us to know things like that. This is the book of Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And the wicked is talking about these so-called Caucasians or the biblical Edomites. And that's the spirit that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua placed them to be wicked, to be evil, to be sinister, meaning he's on that left-hand side. So therefore, while he's on that left-hand side, he's unrighteous. You know, he's a fraudster. He's deceitful. He's a liar. So everything that this so-called white man portrays out there in the news media or try to teach us things about history, is lies behind it. It's not going to be full truth. He might add a little bit of truth in there, but he's going to miss with a majority of lies. At the end of the day, it's still being deceitful, because that's the spirit of the so-called Caucasians. So right here it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. And that's one of the many characteristics of the so-called Caucasians, the wicked. So let's get Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So this when this so-called white man got back in rulership during the Renaissance period or the rebirth period, that's when he started building back up. And you can see it nowadays, how this so-called white man, no matter where you go, they're always building something. They're always working on something, a new business, a new restaurant, a new bank, a new car dealership. They always building because they think they're going to be here forever. They should build, but I will throw down. And they should call them the border of wickedness and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So no matter what these other false Israelite prophets be saying about Esau can make it, according to the Bible right here, it says that they are the border of wickedness. No matter if they're a little baby, a toddler, a teenager, or an old person, if they are Edomite, they are from the border of wickedness. And it says Yahweh Bashashai has an indignation with them forever. So he has that righteous judgment on these Edomites forever. And it's nothing nobody can do to save these so-called Caucasians from the hands of Yahweh Bashashai. And just to link that up, this is Romans 9:21. Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, which are the Israelites, and another unto dishonor, which are the Edomites. So this the doings of Yahweh Bashashai. He made Jacob, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. He made us as upright. And he made another vessel for dishonor, which are the Edomites. It's just the spirit Yahweh Bashashai placed on them. Just like you see in any movie, you're going to have the protagonist and the antagonist. The protagonist is the good guy. The antagonist is the enemy of the protagonist. So in this movie right here, we are the protagonists, the good guys, and the Edomites are the antagonists. And so it says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. So all these Edomites, no matter how they build, Yahweh Bashashai is going to throw them down, and they're going to be fitted to destruction. That's why they're going to serve that 1,000 years of punishment under us. And after that 1,000-year period is over with, we're going to set them on fire, pursuant to the book of Obadiah. And I believe that, and that's biblical prophecy. And we're going to definitely achieve that. So this is Luke, the 8th chapter and the 17th verse. For nothing is secret that should not be made manifest, neither anything hid that should not be known come abroad. So Yahweh Bashashai, he's bringing everything to the light now. Yahweh Bashashai, he's pro-truth. And he's bringing all the charges of this so-called white man to the court stand. And he's been exposed since he's been a nation on this planet Earth. All the lies, the deceits, and the falsehoods since he's been a nation on this planet Earth. From the pharmaceutical industry, from the school systems, to the news media. Any grasp that this so-called white man has, he's been exposed on so many levels. And this is prophecy coming to pass just to prove that we are at the end of this so-called white man's empire. His vibration on this planet Earth as being rulers. So nothing is secret to Yahweh Bashashai. Hence the moon landing hoax. Because these Edomites been pushing that fabrication out half a century that they made contact on the moon. This is something stapled in America's history as something very honorable, as a courageous achievement by these so-called Caucasians. But those so-called astronauts was actually in a Hollywood studio. So this is being brought out to the light now. And that just shows you that we have to question everything that this so-called white man has pushed out on us since we've been as children on this planet Earth. We have to question out everything. So far as prophecy-wise, in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, it says that knowledge should be increased. So you mean to tell me since July of 1969 and how much more advanced technology is nowadays, that this so-called white man cannot go back on the moon again? With all the advancements they have made in technology. And so the last time they've been on this so-called moon since 1969, but now they can't even go there again. Like, you have to question things like that. And once we start questioning things like that, that's how you bring in the power of this so-called white man down. Because the Illuminati, their biggest power was their secrecy. And that's why Yahweh Bashashai said, for nothing is secret. Because everything is coming to the light now. He's shining that light on this darkness. And my last scripture right here, this is 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter and the 17th verse. Therefore, if any man be in Yahushua, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. So old things are passed away, and that's going into all the lies, the falsehoods, the deceptions that we have learned here in America and across the four corners of earth where we've been scattered. You know, because that white man's vibration is everywhere, because he's in control of everything right now. So all the things that we have learned through school, you know, things that we watch probably on TV or movies, you know, and so-called white man, he lies about everything. So we got to have that spiritual brainwash by understanding the word Yahweh Shai and forgetting the things that we were taught in this world, because everything was just vanity and full of lies, and everything is being brought back up on this so-called white man. He's being charged on everything now. And that's all by the doings and deeds of Yahweh Shai. And at the end of this video, you're going to see a video of some lyrics from a famous American rock band by the name of Red Hot Chili Peppers. They started a rock band around the 1980s. So they had a song called Californication, and they bringing out the falsehood and fabrications of this so-called moon landing. So pay attention to the lyrics on that. And with that, I hope you all be edified. Like, give all honor and glory again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you should say Akim. Yahweh Ba'ashem, he's bringing this place down, and he's putting the spirit upon his holy prophets to be the pulling down strongholds of this so-called white man's society. So we are in beautiful times. So hold on and stay strong, you all. Shalom.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. In Cobain, can you hear the spheres singing songs off station to station? And now